So it can't fly away.
I was too freaking, and then I'm getting chased by a German Shepherd. I'm like, ah! And I run. I get to the house. I'm trying to unlock the door. I get in the house, and I remember screaming for my mom. I'm like, Mom! Mom! Ah! My mom comes like, what? What's wrong? I'm like, it's a bee. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes.
Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
you jumped the gun. You have to do the thing. Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and you put it in the pancake. Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. Dun, dun, dun. New York.
Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
Welcome back to an episode of ShinoBroz podcast.
Welcome back to the Talk to a podcast.
All right. No. I'm Sly.
I'm Wade.
And ignore my exposed legs.
Are you showing ball?
I'm wearing.
Are you showing
I'm
ball
wearing
in the
MMA
first 10
shorts.
minutes,
Shout out to
first
Wiz
10
for letting me
seconds?
borrow these MMA shorts. But
oh, you're wearing Wiz's shorts.
Okay, stop. Because I'm going to jiu-jitsu after this, and I didn't bring clothes to change into. So I just went this. I'm wearing a rash guard and everything. There's my keys, and I'm just. I'm ready. I'm ready to jiu-jitsu.
He's got them shorts to show off them thighs. He's got a girdle on for his figure.
Listen. All right, I'm trying to take it semi-serious because I am going to try to compete eventually in a couple months, hopefully. So, I don't know. I think it's fun grabbing other men.
Rolling around on the ground with them.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
No, it is cool.
Yeah. It's we'll talk about that.
Homoerotic,
There's some videos coming out.
Oh yeah,
with me and Wiz on that journey.
Stuff that I haven't even seen yet.
You saw clips. I saw
clips
in the group chat. But
I saw raw footage.
Oh, okay. Wait, before we start this, so I signed up for. This is not a sponsor, but I mean it can be. If you want to sponsor us. I signed up for this email thing called the 92s, and every Tuesday and Thursday they send me an email with just like 90s trivia, which I think is fun. And then once a month they send me an envelope with cool 90s stuff. Let's read this. Cool shit for 90s kids. There's always some trivia. Okay, which classic shoes were cooler? Oh, most of those are like trivia questions or polls. So let's see. The first one is, which classic shoes were cooler? A, light up sneakers, or B, Heelys?
Oh,
I gotta go with Heelys.
Yeah, Heelys. It's that mobility.
Yeah.
See, the other ones look pretty, but the Heelys got you around.
Yeah.
And I say that as someone who has never owned Heelys.
Yeah.
But I love rollerblading.
Yeah.
So
you should get a pair of Heelys, dude.
I should. And it's funny because on like Temu and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Temu's like dead to us now, but
don't talk about Temu.
since never mind, I'm not gonna go into it. They have on Temu, they have like the freaking shoes where you like kick the heels or whatever, and it puts out two wheels.
Yeah.
And I've heard mixed reviews on them.
I actually used to own a pair of those when I was like really young. I had because I was big into skating, especially the inline skates, because of the movie, the Disney original movie Brink.
Yes.
If anybody before, so the first time I actually I'm just going off tangents now. The first time I watched that movie, I owned no roller skates at all, no rollerblades, nothing. You know what I did? I put these like little contraptions on my shoes.
You taped
my feet.
Hot Wheels cars to the bottom.
No, it was just like a wooden board or something. I don't know what it was, but I taped a wooden board to my foot, and I was sliding across our carpet with
that's
those
cool.
on.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, you know what?
What?
I have an idea for a thing."
Oh God, here we go.
I have an idea for like a workshop thing. I just want to I want to have a couple of us. I don't know who would be down to do this. Build roller skates and test them.
Roller skates.
Yes. Like it can be a part of something. It can be the whole episode of something. But I just want to build roller skates
Out of anything.
out of anything.
That's what are our what do we have to buy these stuff or is it just things you can find? What are we doing?
Well, it could be like if we do it remote. It could be. I mean, we're talking business on the podcast again. But,
No. This means my ideas.
If we do it remote, so that like Wiz can play and stuff like that, Wiz and Jericho, we can just go like we have like a week to get it all and build it and then show it off, like show videos of us using them and stuff like that.
And one person just goes to Walmart, buys roller skates.
Yeah, I just get mine from upstairs.
And Amazon.
or we could do like where we're all in person and then just like buy a bunch of supplies, like I don't know, like wheels or Hot Wheels cars or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like shoes from Goodwill or something.
And we can use my.
And then we just like all mad dash to
we can
like
use
grab
my hill,
things.
my driveway.
Your driveway.
Hill to go down because this is such a steep slope.
Yeah.
Yo, let's do this. I'm up for it. All right, that's gonna be another ShinoBroz. We trying it.
Yeah, we trying it.
I think me and Wiz, our content that's coming soon is gonna be called ShinoBroz Adventures because we're going to places.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best fit, which is awesome because I have this theme song, or I have our theme song for ShinoBroz Adventures that I've been dying to use.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
ShinoBroz Adventures.
What were we talking about?
Oh, we were just talking about trivia.
Oh, okay.
Heelys versus Blinky shoes.
Okay, here's another
Plus,
one.
Blinky shoes now have a negative connotation to them.
What?
Where like, just because like, if you like Blinky shoes or if you like people with Blinky shoes, then you're problematic.
How?
Because it's like a sign of you like little kids, basically.
Oh.
Because little kids' shoes light up.
I will say there was this.
Heelys can be little kids or adults. Blinky shoes, I feel like, are just for kids.
Nah, I just remember that I want to talk about nerd side tangent, so I'll try to remember that. But no,
Okay.
we were talking about the little press on buttons and the rollerblades come out. I had a pair. They were Spider-Man. They were Spider-Man. And they were like very thick because they had to hide the wheels. But you press the button and it came out. My only gripe with that is that the wheels were plastic, so you couldn't really ride it anywhere.
Yeah,
especially concrete. So that's my. On carpet it was great.
Like, on carpet, the
on
wheels
carpet,
worked on carpet.
The wheels worked on carpet fine for me.
Oh, okay.
But it was plastic, so it's not. It's like
you'd be going down the sidewalk like
yeah. It's like skateboard wheels, and the cruiser board wheels are different. How that, yeah. My side tangent with the light up shoes, because if you like people with light up shoes, you're a little. So there was
what are you looking at her for? Her shoes blink.
Yeah, we were at the aquarium, and there was this person dressed very childlike.
Yeah.
Like very, but it was clearly an adult, and I don't know how to describe it. It was like a dress. It was a dress. She was wearing a dress, but it was like a very doll dress. You know, not something
Yeah.
I'm picturing Dorothy's dress from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And then she had like a very
like the overalls looking dress or whatever.
Yeah, and then she had a very kawaii backpack.
Oh yeah. That's why she was an e-girl.
She was not an e-girl.
She was not an e-girl.
She was not an e-girl.
Okay.
But she had her hair. It looked like she was cosplaying as Dorothy, but she had a very childlike backpack. And I'm just saying, we're at an aquarium. It's like 102 degrees outside, so she stood out for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say who this person was. Someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, is she okay?" I'm like, "Why? What's wrong with her?" She's like, "She's dressed like that to an aquarium." And I looked at this person and I'm like, "I see your point, but we're not gonna judge people.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not gonna judge people. But I'm
It's
like,
like,
but I see your point.
I get it.
And then someone else.
But they gonna do that.
Yeah, someone else came to the event. It's an aesthetic, but I get the aesthetic point. But her mannerisms were a little.
Oh no! Was she like standing over in the? First of all, how old did she look?
Definitely over 18, maybe over
So
21.
like in the 20s.
Yeah, probably early
Okay.
20s.
Okay, now I can say what I'm gonna say. Was she like over there being like, "Oh, I hope no big bad men take me away,"
Okay, no,
clicking her
I
red
wouldn't
heels
say
together?
that far, but
Take me home with you. Take me home with you.
her mannerisms were kind of like pick me girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. Next question.
Oh wait, to go back to the shoes where you said like your shoes were thick.
Yeah,
You said your shoes were thick
they're like platforms. Yeah,
because they had to hide the wheels. That always reminds me of. Do you remember the cartoon Weekenders?
yeah.
Have you ever seen the episode where I forget their names, but the one guy gets basically like what we're talking about, but his are like you hit the button and it's like a full inline skates come out, and he's like, "Yeah, these are awesome." It's like, twizz, 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 and they come in, and then he starts walking away, and he's like, because they're so heavy. Like I want those shoes in real life. I don't care if I have to walk like I have lead boots on.
Well, they made the Back to the Future shoes where the laces tie themselves.
Oh, they already tied themselves. Yeah,
the Nike ones.
yeah. So you could
Which
you
are
could
going
fit
for a
some.
ridiculous price, by the way. They're like $10,000 for a pair of those.
Really? Well, they probably only made like
Yeah, they only
five
made like
pair.
they only made like a handful, but still,
Yeah.
just I mean, you have the technology. Let's capitalize on that and sell more.
Yeah.
But
Ouch.
all right, next.
I mean, truthfully, I just, mine are just slip-ins anyway. But
yeah,
they make
I'm wearing
those.
Crocs.
They make those
I'm wearing
ones where it's
Crocs.
like, you take the laces, or no, you replace the laces with like bungee
Yeah,
laces, and then you just clip them together, and then you just slip them on, slip them off. I don't need my shoes to tie themselves. I just slip in them.
yeah. It's 2025. We don't
just
wear
use
tied
Velcro.
shoes anymore.
My shoes got Velcro. I don't need that.
All
Do
right.
they make Velcro? They do for
Yeah.
old people.
Would you rather uncover a time capsule with all your favorite stuff from 1999, or have found a real live golden ticket as a kid to visit Willy Wonka's candy factory?
No. I was going to say specifically 1999, but I don't even care anymore. I want the freaking time capsule. I'm not going anywhere near
You're that
Willy
death trap.
Wonka's.
Nice try.
I like my life too much. Well, I guess I wouldn't be stupid. Maybe I get in there and just the smell of chocolate, I just go rabid and I'm like, I must have everything. I need chocolate. And then I jump in the chocolate river. I would take a straw with me to the chocolate river.
You just get your water container. just
Yeah.
chug-
Just take like one of these,
bring buckets.
take a water thing and
Bring a
just
duffel
scoop it.
bag. Duffel
Just
bag
be
with buckets in there.
Drinking. Nope, don't take that sound out of context. But that's pretty much because the chocolate is thick.
Yeah.
Also, to make it liquidy, it would have to be like pumped full of oils, like chocolate fountains.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't taste that good. Anyway.
All
Anyway,
right.
go ahead. But definitely stay away from Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Next question. All right. Which of these has the best 90s logo? You ready?
Yeah.
One,
Hold on, I got my toesies on camera. There we go.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon?
And
Wait, what is it? What's the question again?
the best 90s logo. Nickelodeon.
Oh, logo.
And especially when they changed it to a foot. Nah.
Hey, that's pretty fitting.
Rugrats. Nintendo
Oh.
64.
Wait, is it Nickelodeon and Rugrats, or is it Nickelodeon Rugrats?
So the best 90s logo. Just the logo.
Yeah, but Nickelodeon is separate from Rugrats?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nickelodeon's logo, Rugrats logo, Nintendo 64 logo, Blockbuster, and Toys R Us. Which one has the best
logo?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, aesthetically, Nintendo 64.
I don't know. I'm going with Rugrats.
The Rugrats has the most fun logo.
Yeah.
But aesthetically pleasing, I think Nintendo 64 has that.
Well,
Toys R Us is just like Jeffrey in a circle, isn't it? A giraffe and
no, it's Toys R Us and the.
Oh, okay. So Toys R Us title is the whole logo. I mean, they did make the little kid backwards letters cutesy thing popular.
I'm still going with Rugrats.
Isn't the R backwards on that? Or am I making things up? Mandela
no,
effect?
the R is backwards.
Okay.
In Toys R Us.
I was like, don't Mandela me.
Toys R Us. Toys R Us.
Like corn, spelled with a K.
All right, here we go. Since it's almost.
Oh wait, what did you say?
Oh, I said Rugrats.
Oh, Rugrats. Okay.
Rugrats.
Yeah, and I bullshit answered and said Rugrats and Nintendo 64. Rugrats for fun, Nintendo 64 for aesthetics. Yes.
Ultimate July 4th. Okay, which 90s July 4th sounds more fun? A. Going downtown to watch fireworks, Lake Day, red, white, and blue cupcakes. Or B. M80s in the driveway, beach day, ice cream sandwiches.
Second. M80s in the driveway. That was me going to grandma's house all the time. We would go to Phantom Fireworks back before they made it legal and tax the hell out of them. We would go out of town to Phantom Fireworks, and I would spend like $100 on fireworks and get like $300 worth of fireworks. And we would just set that shit off in the parking, like in the driveway all day. I even went to the dollar store. I was Sid. I was Sid.
You were blowing up little army men?
Yeah.
No. That's okay. I was shooting with BB guns, so.
Not only was I Sid with like little army men, but we also had like, I mean, we got the bigger action figure things too.
Yeah.
And there was even at my grandma's house, she had like McDonald's toys everywhere for days. And this one's kind of sad, but we had like it was like a little Beanie Baby dog or whatever.
What you do?
We blew that
dog.
We blew that shit up. We put firecrackers on him until it blew a hole in him, and then we put firecrackers inside of him. We put firecrackers inside of him, and then he was just like pop, 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 till there was just a head left. But we were fine. We're okay.
Why people crazy?
But yes, fireworks. I mean, I already told you that's what I did anyway. Fireworks in the parking lot / driveway, blowing shit up. We even had mortars.
Yeah.
I remember going to a parking lot behind a it was like behind a shop, because me and my cousins had met the friends there, and then we went behind there where we were parked, and then there was a little hill going down to a alleyway down there that was hardly used. I had triple mortar. You know what mortars are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a triple mortar, and me thinking I'm cool, I'm like, let's light this and throw it on the ground. Don't shoot it up in the air. Just throw it on the ground. And my cousins Jimmy and Zach can vouch for me, or like from their view, because I was like, I lit it, and then I ran halfway up the hill, and then I started slowing down and like acting like, oh my goodness, like, you know, just playing like I'm outrunning an explosion in slow motion kind of shit. And then so I was halfway up the hill, and all of a sudden it just went poof, and my vision was like sparks flying by and just smoke.
He said, it's not fun anymore. It's not fun.
That was my vision. Zach and Jimmy's vision said it just engulfed me and they thought I was hurt. They were like, oh my God, Wade blew up. But like I was fine. I just saw sparks flying by me.
He said, you know in Power Rangers, after the morphin sequence, it blows up behind you. That's what happened to you.
Basically.
Wade said, it's morphing time.
It just like engulfed me. And it was funny because after it cleared, I look up and Zach and Jimmy are both hiding behind car doors. Like they had the car doors open and just hiding behind them. And they're like, we thought you blew up.
We thought you died. It's going to be an awkward 4th of July. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, it's fun though. And we also had these things called moon missiles that were some of the best things. They had cardboard fins on them, and they're supposed to be like, they're shaped like a traditional rocket with like cardboard fins. But they were only on there with like a metal rod sticking down and then the cardboard wrapped around it like that. So you could swivel it around and you could adjust how you wanted it to fly because they're supposed to just fly up and pop. But me and my cousin would like move them around to try to get them to go in certain directions or like just take them off completely and just have them be like spiral up and stuff like that. And that was the fun part of them, was that they were unpredictable. So it was kind of like Russian roulette with a rocket. But they ended up, like a couple years ago, they ended up changing them to where they're a solid piece of plastic with fins.
Yeah.
Like the fins were molded to the rocket. And I'm like, well, that's no fun. So then we just started just breaking the shit off. It's like, you can't make them predictable. That was the fun part of it. They're useless if you know what they're going to do.
My brother, every year around, I think it's 4th of July, him and his friends would get together and they would light up this little, I don't know what it's called, but they're like little sticks that shoot fireworks, but instead of putting on the ground, they hold it to each other.
Do they shoot balls out, like, periodically?
Yeah.
Like flaming Roman candles?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. So my brother and his friends, they would light it up, and then they would just start running.
Yes.
And they would start trying to hit each other with it.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
Roman candle wars. You just fire them at each other.
Does it hurt? I've never done it.
They usually just, because they're like flaming little balls of cardboard or whatever. Yeah. So they hit and just bounce off. Yeah. They only hurt if they get caught in your clothing to where they just like burn a hole through. Yeah. But
yeah. I mean, I well, not so much lately, but we would get a bunch of those fireworks, like from Phantom Fireworks and all that stuff. Yeah. And we would just light that shit up. There was one time I remember when it was me, my brothers, and my stepdad. It was 4th of July, everyone's letting up fireworks, but we were the only ones in our neighborhood to start doing it first. So we were doing it, and then our neighbor across the street saw us doing it, so they started doing it, and all of a sudden it became like a war. We were like trying to outdo each other. Firework war. It was funny because like it was like, you know, like
mortar incoming.
You know, like how like in a dance battle, it's like you go first and it's our turn, or like in Pokemon, it's like a turn. That's what we were doing. Like those set them off.
Turn-based fireworks.
Yeah, turn-based fireworks. They would set one off, and we would set them off, and then we started getting creative with it. Right?
we started shooting them at them.
No, it wasn't like that. But they were like mixing colors and stuff. So we're like, all right, we set this one off with this one. It would do this thing, and we.
Okay.
And we planned a whole show.
Yeah,
we planned a whole show. We were like, all right, we get these colors off first, and then we end it with this. We were getting so creative with it. It was so funny. There was another time when we weren't. I think we went somewhere. We had to stay at a hotel for 4th of July. And see, Asians do this thing. Asians do this thing where we don't ask. We just do first. And if we get in trouble, we get in trouble.
Yeah.
So we were at a hotel. You can see where I'm going with
this. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah. So we were at a hotel, and my parents, we were all very young. I was probably like maybe like 9, 10.
Okay.
And my parents and uncles and aunts like when kids have fun. So like, oh, we can't miss,
as most healthy adults do.
They're like,
well,
they can't miss 4th of July. We gotta do some fireworks show for them. So they bought a bunch of fireworks stuff. We're at a hotel.
Yeah.
So we have this whole
just shooting them off the balcony.
We're shooting it off in the parking lot.
Oh, in the parking lot?
In the parking lot. Granted, we made sure all the
Where was this?
I haven't forgot what
was
hotel.
it like a beach, or was it like somewhere in the city?
It's somewhere in the city.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. So we were just in the middle of a parking lot. We made sure like no cars are close by, but I mean it's fireworks.
Yeah.
We were letting it fly. And the funniest thing is no one stopped us. People were coming out watching us. They're like, "Oh, this is part of the hotel entertainment.
Yeah.
This is part of the hotel. This is what we paid for." So people were cheering us on. And we didn't get in trouble or anything. No one said anything to us.
That's surprising because I was especially in the city. Like I figured like you would hear sirens like as soon as you set one off.
think it was because it was the 4th of July.
Oh,
and
okay. So it just mixed in with everything else.
I don't think the people cared that
What
much.
city was it? Maybe
Virginia.
I wonder how many people got shot because the fireworks covered up the gunshots.
That's horrible. Oh, I've also been in one time I was flying to Los Angeles, LA on the 4th of July at night.
Oh,
And let me tell you, if I've ever seen a war zone, that would be it. This was pre-COVID everything. So fireworks are just and I'm in the plane at night. We're descending, and we're above the clouds. So like already it was like lighting up,
Like, yeah.
and it's different colors too. And as we went down, you could just see the fireworks, and I was just like, oh no! I was young, okay. And it didn't really click in my head that it's the 4th of July. All I know is I woke up from my nap.
And there's bombs going off.
And there's bombs going up. I'm like, where did we fly to? Why are they shooting at us? But yeah, that was an experience. I wish I had a camera to record, because that was some scary shit.
How long ago was that? Because I remember you telling me about that, but I can't remember if I knew you then or if you were just telling me.
That was when I was like 9 or 10 or something.
Oh, okay.
I was really young. So yeah, imagine waking up to that in a plane when you're already terrified of flying.
Yeah.
You wake up to just bombs going off. And it didn't help that I woke up from the nap, I look out the window, and there's a light show going off, and we're descending. So I'm like, oh my god, we're hit. We're going down.
We're going down.
I used to be really terrified of just storms in general. So like every time there was like a tornado warning, I would sit in my bed and pray.
Oh, yeah.
And my parents.
Well, you grew up in Texas too, didn't you? Or is that
I
after
grew up
that?
in Ohio.
Oh,
And
well,
I did most of my
still.
growing up in Maryland. But
Yeah, okay.
But every time there was like a really bad storm, I would be on my bed and just praying like, please, dear baby Jesus, please don't blow our house away. And like I would like pray out loud, and my parents thought it was the funniest thing, and they mocked me for it. They teased me so much. They would be like watching me do it, cracking up, crying. It's like, oh, he thinks we're gonna die. And I'm just like, you will thank me once we're saved.
Yeah.
My parents are
My
mean,
prayers
man.
are going to stop it.
Yeah, it's like my parents are mean. Anything.
To be fair, you did live in Ohio, which is kind of, I don't know if they're part of the tornado alley, but it's definitely far enough west that tornadoes could happen. We were at
Our house shook.
There was a tornado warning whenever we were at Rock on the Range, which is in Columbus. And it's funny because we were inside the stadium and they were doing like the announcements inside the stadium and stuff like that. And we were like, we went outside and people are just standing outside like nothing's going on or whatever. And they're like, didn't you hear the announcement or whatever? They're like, no, we didn't hear anything out here. So only people in the stadium heard the tornado warning announcement.
Yeah.
To like take cover for a little bit or whatever.
Was it raining or anything?
It was raining and really windy. There was never a touchdown, at least anywhere near us. And it only lasted for like an hour maybe. But it was just funny that everyone else outside the stadium was just fodder. Yeah. They're just, good luck, you're on your own. Oh, and we were walking through as the announcements were going. I started going, which I don't recommend doing this in a crowded place. It was a very bad idea, but I thought it was pretty funny. I just started going. And my cousin turned around. He's like, seriously? And I'm like, no, it was me. It was very bad. It was a lot louder than that too. But
that's foul.
I don't recommend doing that. That's very bad. That's like screaming fire in a crowded area.
Cause a mass panic.
Yeah.
No. Back when I lived in Ohio. So it just reminded me of my old elementary school and how when you're there, it doesn't look bad, doesn't seem bad.
Oh yeah.
But now that I'm older,
and then you grew up and got out of there, and there was like 5 stabbings and 6 shootings.
Listen. I didn't realize how bad the neighborhood was until I got out of there and I grew up. But my old elementary school, I'm not gonna say names, but it was gated.
Oh,
it was gated like a prison. And it was like because you had to open it slide open like a prison gate. We had metal detectors. We had a police officer there, and this is just kindergarten to 5th grade.
Jeez. And see, at that point,
our principal was a nun, and we all had to wear uniforms.
Oh, really? So you were like Sister Act.
I guess.
You were like.
I guess.
You were like in the Sister Act school or whatever.
I guess. I don't know. I still don't know if this is a private school or a public school. All I know is that
if the principal was a nun, it might have been a private school.
We had to wear uniforms. We had to go through metal detectors. Just, yeah. It was, yeah. Good old.
I mean, it could have been a public school, but it sounds like a Catholic school to me.
I don't know. All I know is that our principal was a nun, and we had to walk through metal detectors after passing the gate.
Did you have to wear a uniform?
Yes, we all had to.
It was a private school, yeah. It might not have even been that bad of a neighborhood. It was just a private school, so they thought that everyone else was scary.
It
was not a good neighborhood.
It was not a good neighborhood because there's one time.
Okay.
All right. So one time, I just actually told this story recently to my in-laws. One time, there was my house at the time was parked. Not parked, but my house was at the end of the street.
Parked my house down the street. Yeah,
it was a trailer. It was an RV. No.
Yeah.
So our house was at the end of the street, and my bus would drop me off at the other end of the street. Right. So I had to walk to get to my house. It was a long walk, and before I got off the bus, my bus driver, I remember him because he had a little like curly mullet, mullet, and his name was Tommy, and I was really big into Power Rangers,
like 90s style.
Yeah. His name was Tommy, and I was really big into Power Rangers, so he was like, "Oh, it's Tommy, that's a cool name." But he was a real nice bus driver. So this one day, he dropped me off, and he was like, "Hey, where do you live?" And I'm like, it's a weird question to ask a 3rd grader.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should tell you. And I was like, I don't know if I should tell you. And I was just like,
listen, I like your mohawk, or I like your mullet, and I like your name.
Yeah.
Don't like your...
Watch it, wise guy.
That's
I'm
about
on to you.
That's about where my likes stop with you right now.
But, I'm a third grader, right? So I was like, just at the end of the street there. He's like, okay. And he just lets me walk, and I'm walking. I'm like, it's a weird question to ask me. I'm walking, right? I look back. He's still watching me. I'm like, okay, I'm weird. I walk, get to my house, look back, my bus is still there. And then I'm like, that's weird. I get into my house, and I see my stepdad and my little brother underneath a desk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm just like, hey, what's going on, guys? And my stepdad was like, there was a shootout in front of our house today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was just like, I just walked through that.
So,
No one stopped me.
so the bus driver was actually like protector.
Yeah,
protector
he
mode.
was just making sure I got home and nothing was happening.
I apologize
shout outs
for
to Tommy.
I apologize for making Tommy seem like a little pedophile, but
Bus. No, but that's a logical.
yeah.
But yeah, Tommy, bus 42. I remember you, man.
Yeah. Tommy Bus 42.
Yeah. Surprisingly,
Curly mullet.
yeah. Surprisingly,
Wore a green suit under his shirt.
So surprisingly, that same neighborhood, I always walked the same sidewalk to my house, because obviously I'm gonna walk the sidewalk that's on my house. Right?
Yeah.
And there was this fucking German Shepherd that would always chase me.
Oh, yeah.
That would always fucking chase me, and as soon as I passed his house, I would just book it because I knew he's coming. But he had a really long fucking leash for some reason. It was a chain leash too. But yeah, he would always fucking chase me. It never occurred to me to just walk on the other side of the sidewalk.
Wait, was it in a fenced yard or anything? He was just on a chain?
He was just on a chain.
Could he reach the sidewalk with that chain?
He could reach the sidewalk and run 3 houses down. Okay? So that's probably why I was so good at sprints and track, because this dog was conditioning me. Every day, like clockwork, I would be like, oh, here comes Butch again.
Was that the dog's actual name?
I don't know. I don't remember his name. I never asked.
I was like, the people that live there are serial killers if they name their dog Butch.
But I would always sprint. And it's like it became a game at this point. It became like, here comes Butch. I'm just
a game of life.
As soon as me and him make eye contact, I'm booking it. And it never occurred to me to just walk on our sidewalk. But also, when my bus driver dropped me off that one day, Butch never came out, so I guess the gunshot scared him.
Oh yeah.
And I was too like, why is my bus driver watching me to be like, where's Butch? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a lot of fun stories about this now. I think about my old childhood experiences.
Just opened up.
Yeah. There was one time.
Doorway.
There was one time this is my first time ever getting stung by a bee. It was like flying around like my neck as I was walking my sidewalk.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out, so I just like pinched it
Ew.
on my neck. And I could write like, this is a whole skit, but the bee went like right here near my ear, and I got freaked out, so I pinched it, and I could hear it buzzing, and it's just stinging me, right? But I'm too freaked out, so I'm like, ah! I'm like screaming, I'm doing this, and then Butch comes out and starts chasing me. I'm running to my house like this. Ah! That bee traumatizing, because I still have nightmares about it from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
So I still have like nightmares about this incident. But
you're like, the bee was stinging me, but you're clamping the bee down so it can't fly away.
I was too freaked. And then I'm getting chased by a German Shepherd. I'm like, ah! And I run. I get to the house. I'm trying to unlock the door. I get in the house, and I remember screaming for my mom. I'm like, Mom! Mom! My mom comes like, what? What's wrong? I was like, it's a bee! It's a bee right here! I'm like...
With your head still tilted.
I'm like, Mom! My mom... Remember, my mom's Asian. She goes, I'm telling you, there's a bee right there. She goes, stupid! She slaps my head. She's like, stupid, let it go. What are you doing? So, see, what's what you get? It stung you because you're stupid. That's my mom.
Yeah. I mean, that time, I don't know if the hit was warranted, but
it wasn't that
she
hard.
Was right.
To be fair, it wasn't that hard of a hit. She just slapped me, so I moved my head.
Yeah.
But she was like, stupid, just move your head. Let it go.
But yeah, it is funny that you're just like, I don't want to be stung, but then you clamp it down and the bee has nowhere to go, so it's just like stinging you the whole time.
I think in my head, I'm like, this bee it's gonna chase me if I let it go.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, we gonna die together. It was those are the fun stories. I either have funny stories where I'm traumatized or haunted stories about my spooky ass house there.
Your haunted house that you lived in.
I'm curious. It's only 3 hours. It's a 3-hour drive to go there. I didn't realize how close I was
Oh yeah.
to my old hometown. So one day I'm gonna drive up there just to like look at it.
ShinoBroz Adventures.
Which I probably actually now I think about maybe I shouldn't do that just because of the neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Because one time me and my cousins actually did do that when we could drive. Me and all my cousins when we were legal age to drive by ourselves and have people in the car. I was like, hey, let's do a road trip back to my old house. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. We drove around a couple of times. And each time we drove around, we were slowing down just to look at the house, right? In our eyes, we just admiring the old house that we all like hung out at. And we're driving very slow. Now listen, this is not a neighborhood you want to drive slow in. Because each time we drove slow around, there was people there that were weary of why we're driving so slow.
Was it just like you drive by the first time and there's like one person? You drive by the second time, there's like 5 people.
No, it's the opposite. It's the opposite.
Okay.
We drove by and there was like people at the house. Obviously, we drove by and we were just slow. We just, oh, look at that beautiful our old house. Yeah, it still looks nice.
Yeah.
They gave us a look, and we did it again. They were just they ran to their houses. And then
into the houses, shades came down.
Yeah, it didn't occur to me by like the third time, like, ooh,
you start hearing sirens.
They probably think this is a drive-by. We should not come back.
Yeah.
We should not come back.
Do people live in your house? Your ex house?
Last time I checked, yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm also like, because
Do you think we could get in contact with them? Be like, hey, this is. You say, hey, this is my old house.
I don't think I'm rich enough for that yet.
Just interview them first. Be like, have you heard any strange noises or seen any figures?
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that to them.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good.
Are you aware that your house is haunted?
What? Hey.
It's like, no, but good news.
We're from Ghostbusters. Let me.
Yeah.
I do want to.
Is that the house that had the I don't know, link to the Halloween episode that we did where you tell this story, but the door in the basement that you uncovered, that's the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have to go to that one then. This October we'll go ghost hunting at your old house that people live in
if
now.
It's still there, we'll see. It's been a couple years now. I don't know if the house is still there.
They got all their Christmas decorations shoved in that room now.
I'm curious to know what happened to the stuff that we left behind, because I know there's like a bunch of boxes in the basement of like really, really old toys I used to have. I wonder what happened to them, because we just kind of left. We packed up the essentials, like clothes and stuff. We didn't take any of our like furniture really.
Did you leave so fast because it was haunted?
Maybe, I don't know.
After you told your parents and they found a door down there.
I remember.
Do you remember anything after that, or did you just leave?
I remember overhearing my stepdad saying, "Hey, this place is evil. We need to leave." And then we left. So
okay,
we packed up pretty quick and left because we didn't take any furniture with us. We actually stayed with a family friend when we got up here until we got our own like place.
Okay.
So now that I think about it, yeah, we left a bunch of stuff there.
So you just like full on like what movie is that? Just like freaking Poltergeist, just left everything the way it was.
Pretty much. I don't know what
we don't need to just fit whatever you can fit in the car and then we're out of here.
We gave away our dogs too.
No,
it was
really
upsetting. Because I had a golden retriever in a lab. We did.
They're good dogs.
Also, this is probably unrelated. I don't know. So, when I was younger, and I would get money for like Chinese New Year, birthdays, whatever, I would stuff it all in this little Spider-Man wallet.
Yeah.
I'm a stupid kid. I'm like, I don't know what to do with money. So I stuffed all this money in this little Velcro Spider-Man wallet.
Yeah.
And I lost it in that house somewhere.
Oh no, we gotta go find it.
that wallet easily had like $600 in it.
We gotta go find it.
It's probably gone by now.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, they found it and they're like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm so mad. But that wallet was mine. It was a big old bulked up from all the cash that was in it.
Yeah, it was $700 in it. Yeah.
A bunch of 5s and 1s. People probably thought it was strippers. It was a lot of money.
Stripper has a Spider-Man wallet holding all their tips in it.
Yeah. Either I lost it, or I'm pretty sure my mom found it and was just spending the money.
That's
my
probably
mom
the
probably
more.
found it and she just took all my money.
Yeah.
Whatever. If I knew how to use money back then, I would have bought so much stuff. $600 worth of stuff to be exact.
How old were you when you lost it?
Like 12, I don't know.
12 is old enough to be like, I want a game system, please.
Here's the thing. I was gifted my game systems from my aunt.
Okay.
I wasn't really big in, like, I didn't understand, like, all the consoles and stuff. I was just always, like, because she felt bad for me because I was the middle child and I didn't really get, like, birthdays and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she would gift me, like, she got me a GameCube, an Xbox. I don't know where the Nintendo came from, like, the old original Nintendo. I don't know who gave me that.
The NES, like that one?
Yeah. But I had that too. But because I had a system, my parents would never buy me games, but we would rent games a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So that worked out. But yeah, I didn't. It didn't occur to me like I could use this money to get stuff.
Yeah.
If I really wanted it, I would have to, like, be good and get good grades, all that stuff, and I would get it eventually. But it never. I would have bought so much more Power Ranger stuff had I known I could use this money.
Yeah.
But no, I had to.
It's probably good that you didn't, because didn't you lose all your Power Ranger stuff from back then?
No, back then I collect a bunch of morphers, which I do regret losing. I don't know what happened to them, because I had a lot. But I was really collecting the Bionicles. I had so much Bionicles. I loved them. And I had them all in a bag because they were like the first things I grabbed. My morphers and my Bionicles were like the most precious things to me. And I put them all in a bag specifically to move. I was like, it was a giant Lego bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, it wasn't a trash bag, was it?
No, it was
Did you pull an Andy from one of the Toy Stories?
No, because
Toy Story 3 or whatever?
Like, have you ever been to the Lego store and they give you the Lego bag?
No.
But it was just a giant yellow bag that had like the Lego.
Actually, I have been to a Lego store. I can't remember where though, but no.
But I made sure everyone knew. I was like, this has to come with us, okay? And I had my Bionicles, my morphers, some Power Ranger stuff, and one of my parents was like, okay, and they took it and they put it on a shelf somewhere at my mom's old nail salon as we were packing stuff there up. And they forgot it. I knew where it was, too. I knew where it was. It was at the nail salon, on a shelf.
Mom!
Very high up where I couldn't reach it. But I forgot about it, too. Because I was like, okay, they're going to remember to get it. I don't have to.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, man.
Very upset.
I had some Bionicles. I forget what they're called. Oops. But my favorite ones, what were the kind of like creature looking ones? I think they had staffs with them.
Shoot. I don't remember. I know what you're talking about.
I had to remember that they had staffs because they look like creatures.
Yeah.
And they have staffs, but I took the staffs off and I put claw hands on them. So it looked like he had claws.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I forget what they're called. They were Bionicle something.
Hold on.
You're looking it up.
I'm looking it up. They were, because they had the first line were the Toas, which were like the freaking Power Rangers,
Like people looking
yeah,
things. Yeah.
and then
They had the little short ones.
the little short ones were like civilians, apparently.
Oh, okay.
And they had the Toas.
Did it begin with a C? Chaos or
Dead air. Give me a second. I'm finding this. What the freak were they called?
But I remember because I didn't really like the staff that it came with, so I took the pieces that made the staff off of his hands,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember if I put. I just had like the Bionicle claws from something, and then I put the claws on his hands, so it looked like he's like a freaking, almost like a dinosaur looking thing. And then I have an idea. I might put him on my shelf in the background.
Do it. What?
I want to say my idea.
I forgot that they had like weird names. Cause like I don't know
Is
what
there
they're based
pictures
off of.
Or are you just looking at a list?
They're called the Cow.
Maybe that's what it was. Because I remember a C.
Krana Cow. It's K.
Oh,
But yeah, they're the
does it have
little
links?
those guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
I had the black one.
Yeah, I collected for some reason, even though like red was like my favorite. I only collected the white Toas for some reason because I like the ice power theme.
Yeah.
But I would have collected the red ones too.
Well, what'd you say they were called again?
Kal, Kal. This one's specifically Krana Kal, Krana Kal.
There's a whole Bionicle wiki.
Yeah, I mean there's a whole lore to it.
Oh, this one. These are different, but I also had one of him, like the round rolly up boys.
Yeah, they were cool. I don't know why they discontinued the series.
Chronicle. Why is there no pictures?
They were doing so well until they started doing like Hero Factory, which was like the new Bionicles, which was kind of stupid. They had Bionicles had the good lore. They were like Power Rangers with elements.
Okay, wait, maybe
stuff.
these aren't.
What are you looking for?
Maybe Chronicle was not the thing. No, these are not it.
The staffs?
These are the Roly Boys.
Oh,
When I look them up.
never mind. Then it was the Staffy Boys, which is
The Bionicle. Let us know at home if you're listening or watching. Let us know if you had Bionicles and what set was your favorite set of Bionicles.
So the Roly Boys was first, and then the Rakshi were the
Rakshi.
were the Staffy
Yes,
Boys.
that looks familiar.
I miss Bionicles.
Yeah, that's the one I had. Because they had like the kind of flat, half-rounded dinosaur head looking thing.
And like what made them so unique were the mask for the Toas, and with the Staffy Boys they had the little parasite that opened up.
Yeah.
In the little back of their back neck thing.
What the? I'm not a robot. Stop it.
Okay. But
yeah, I have a plan for him, and it'll probably piss some people off, but that's fine.
What's the plan?
Huh? I'll let you know after the podcast.
All right. And with that, we're gonna end here.
Oh, by the way, happy 4th of July, everybody!
Happy 4th of July.
I mean, this will technically come out after 4th of July.
Oh wait, tomorrow's 4th of July.
Tomorrow is 4th of July.
Okay.
I wore this shirt because I planned on talking about the Godzilla movie. But it's cool because it's our 4th of July video, so we talked about 4th of July things. Pew pew pew.
Pew pew.
Be careful. Be safe.
Say,
if you
can you see? I'm doing outro.
if you if you have the mortars, it's really awesome to set them off on the ground. Just be safe about it, and don't pretend to outrun it in slow motion like I did, or you'll be engulfed with sparks and flame, or sparks and smoke. Bottle rockets are really fun. That's what I forgot to tell you right before we go. My cousins and I would get PVC, like half-inch PVC, and one of us would hold it like a bazooka, and then we'd be like, clear, light a bottle rocket and shove it in the back end, and when it shot out, it would be like whistle, and we would shoot it like a bazooka. At things. But anyway, that was growing up with fireworks and cousins and toys and blowing stuff up, and we were real life Sids. We were Sid before Sid. No, we were Sid after Sid. Inspired by Sid. Everyone else, have fun. Be safe. Be free.
I'm pretty sure I didn't sing any of the lyrics right.
Yeah, that's
just
fine.
gonna ignore that.
And let's hope that there's still an America next year.
Yikes. Let's not get pit. Watch it.
I'm watching it. Right.
Like, rate, subscribe. ShinoBroz on pretty much all the major social medias. You know where, links below.
Discord, Play Chess with Wiz.
Yeah. We'll stay tuned for our other extravagant adventures coming soon. Whenever I'm not lazy and can edit them. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go get my butt whooped at jiu-jitsu.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. But bye-bye.
Bye. Peace.